Okay. We mentioned this on the live show, but since we're never posting live show, I can talk about it again. The other day, I went to go help Jason pick up his kids.
Oh, yeah.
His son from school, from his elementary school. And I thought it'd be a fun idea to take Josh Peck, a huge celebrity, and the kids love him.
It was my idea.
Oh, it was your idea?
Yeah.
Well, I loved it.
It was your idea to bring Josh, because you weren't going to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was my idea
it was your idea to bring Josh, but it was a dumb idea.
It was a dumb idea. So we get to the school. Jason pulls over on the road.
There's nowhere to park.
And this is a big schoolyard. Like, bunch of kids are out. School's out. Everyone's happy. All the kids are just sitting out there just talking to their friends.
It's a Friday.
And we hop...
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to get notified about new posts and to help the channel grow.
But I tell Jason, don't worry, Josh and I are going to go get your son. and I bring my camera out, and I just go to the highest elevation I could find, like a stoop in the courtyard. And I get on the courtyard stoop and I yell, I'm like, everybody, I need your attention.
Why would you do that?
And I go, Josh Peck is here. And all the kids, literally all of them, they're just like, oh my God. And they just start running at Josh. All these middle school and elementary school kids, I don't know, all start running at Josh. I mean, I'm talking like 50, 60, 70, 80 kids. And it gets so bad that a kid falls and gets knocked over, almost gets trampled, and we have to help this guy up.
Really badly he falls?
No, he was okay.
He just fell down.
I helped him up. He fell down.
Okay.
He was stupid. He was a young kid.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Say that.
No, he wasn't.
Well, that is funny to say.
It is funny to say. That's what I said. No, he fell down. He was really happy that he was around Josh Peck. And I'm filming all this, and at the corner of my eye, a really tough guy is approaching me, and he's like, you're recording minors. You are recording minors right now. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm putting the camera away. I'm totally sorry. And I was really respectful. Like, I wasn't even being like a dick. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm putting the camera away.
And meanwhile, I'm in my car like, oh, it's so cool that like David's like a part of my family life, and like, and Josh has become a good friend.
You're like, oh, that's so cool. David's so good with kids.
Yeah, that's all I'm thinking. I'm taking my sweet time parallel parking. Like, it's kind of cool,
And this guy, I turned my camera off, and this guy goes, you were just recording minors. You were recording minors. And I'm like, I know, sir, I won't use any of that. I'm sorry. I won't put it in the vlog. And he's like, who are you recording for? I'm like, David Dobrik. I'm sorry about that. Won't happen again. He's like, who's David Dobrik? I'm like, it's me. It's just from my YouTube channel. And then he repeats it again. He goes, you're recording minors. You're recording minors. And it's scaring the shit out of me. So
yeah, you were shaken.
I was scared, and we go back inside the car, and tell me what went on.
Oh, yeah, so I see that there's like kind of a mob, and I'm like, oh,
we're out there, and Jason's sitting.
Why would you do that? Why would you stand on a stoop and cause a scene?
I was gifting these kids Josh Peck.
Yes, but
Yes, I knew it would cause a scene.
Tell me what went on in your head in that moment.
I was like, this is great. This is exactly what I wanted.
You're like, this is going to be great content. I'm going to have a sea of kids running for Josh Peck. Let's see what happens.
I was like, I can't believe that kid fell. I totally wanted that to happen. No, but we're standing out in the courtyard causing a scene, and then what happens to you?
Wyatt was not fazed at all.
Yeah,
he was just like, oh my God.
Jason's son was just like, whatever.
Anyways, I walk up. I'm walking up, and I see the crowd. I'm like, oh no. And then there's this girl, and she's probably like, 13 or whatever. You can just tell her personality right away. She's just like really smart, know-it-all, probably like head of student council or something. And she just goes,
how old is she?
She's like an 8th grader.
8th grader,
yeah,
okay, perfect.
She's got her backpack on. She's really smartly dressed. She's got glasses. And she just goes, hey, Jason, I saw your friends over there. It seems like there's kind of a scene. And guess what? The dean is on his way.
That's great.
So she said the dean is on his way. So I was totally alarmed. And then
what'd you say to her?
I had no comeback. I was just like, oh God. And then
I slept with your mom.
Yeah.
Okay, nice great.
So then I see Josh and David walking, and I can see that you're like, you guys were frightened. You guys don't get scared at anything. Like, you're pretty brave about all kinds of stuff.
I get scared of teachers.
Yeah.
It's one of my weaknesses.
I was surprised to see you cower like that.
When teachers are yelling at me, I get scared. and then we leave, and then what happens?
And then we leave, and I get a phone call.
Yes.
I get a phone call. Be in the principal's office at 8:30 on Monday.
He gets a phone call to go to the principal's office, guys. Like,
yeah. And Wyatt's just rolling his eyes. He's just like, you better go take care of that.
This is my least favorite part of the story. In conclusion, Jason ends up going to the principal's office.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell me that he ended up going. And 3 days later, I get a call from the principal, and so does Josh. And Josh texts me freaking out. He's like, why is the principal of the school calling us? I thought Jason settled this problem. And then Jason goes, oh, man, yeah, I totally forgot. I gave the principal your phone number to prank you guys. So after he went in the meeting with the school principal, Jason somehow convinced this guy and was like, hey, it'd be funny if you fucked with my friends. And called them and said that you needed to speak to them. And Josh calls me scared. And I call him scared. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? Are we going to get detention? Even though we're not in school, I'm still scared about detention. And it was just a prank set up by Jason that he didn't even record.
And the principal who used to do stand-up comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was one of you.
Yeah.
He's like, this is great. I'll finally get back into the groove.
We had a whole conversation, like a 40-something conversation, like. He was like, why did he do? The guy couldn't have been nicer.
Yeah, he was just a 40-year-old dude who used to do comedy. He was you.
Yeah, he was the nicest guy, and I was really nervous. I sat down and I was like, oh God, this is awful. Like, what kind of dad am I? I'm like, this is not the kind of thing a dad should be doing. And then, and he just brought me in, and he was just like so nice. He's like, hey, he's like, I know you had a thing on Friday. He's like, by law, I just have to tell you, we can't have big crowds like that. He's like, I get it. No worries.
Us guys who couldn't make it in stand-up comedy got to stick together.
No, he didn't know me at all. At all. He just spoke to me as like a dad. But then I told him all about you. And I was
he's like, let's get this douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. He called me and I had a voicemail and he's like, hey, I don't know his name, but he's like, hey, it's Principal Taft. I'm going to need you to come into the office. We have a situation here. This is pretty urgent. And I'm just like, holy shit. But yeah, that's the story about how I got pranked by a high school principal or a middle school principal. Sorry.
Yeah.
Of a school I didn't even go to.